Okay, good morning class. This would be our new topic after the midterm. This is the linear equations with constant coefficients. First, you're given with this definition. A linear homogeneous equation with constant coefficient written as equation number 1 can be written in the form f of d of y is equal to 0. So this one can be written like this, where our f of d is a linear differential operator. Now, if we let m be any root of the algebraic equation, that is f of m is equal to 0, then we could say that from 2, we could say that f of d of e to the power of mx is equal to 0. This leads to solution of the equation y is equal to e to the power of mx. Okay, muna siya. So here, from this equation 1, we can rewrite that to f of d of y. Then we will find f of m is equal to 0. So we could have its solution y is equal to e to the power of mx. Another definition to consider, we have if f of m is equal to 0, we could say that that is an auxiliary equation. Okay. Now, when you come up with the auxiliary equation class, there will be 3 forms of the general solution corresponding to 3 cases. So tulo ang atong possible nga makita, no? First, if ang roots sa equation nato m1 and m2 are real and distinct. Number 2, case 2, if m1 and m2 are real and equal, and m1 and m2 are the conjugate complex numbers. Kanang mga m class, this would be our roots. So in solving equations like quadratic, magamit nato ang katong methods in solving the quadratic equations. Magamit nato ang synthetic divisions kung to the power of 3 to the power of 4. Pwede na nato magamit. Okay? So tulo ka buok ang possible cases, no? So let's consider our first case. The distinct real roots. Okay. It says here that under the assumption the auxiliary equation has 2 unequal real roots, m1 and m2. So we find 2 solutions. Siba kung mag-factor ta or mag-solve ta quadratic equations na may makakuha tag roots nga dili pareha. So therefore, kung distinct real roots gali ang root ng equation, duha imong solution. Y sub 1 is equal to e to the power of m sub 1x, and y sub 2 e to the power of m sub 2x. So we can say that the general solution of this case 1 is written by this. Y is equal to c sub 1e to the power of m sub 1x plus c sub 2e to the power of m sub 2x. Take note, basta distinct real roots, mao ni siya iyang possible answer kani, no? Look at the pattern. Basta 2 distinct roots, iyang answer is written like this. Okay. Now, before we proceed to case 2 and case 3, let us consider our first example for case 1. Okay. Take note, for distinct real roots, case 1, iyang solution can be written like this. Okay. So let us try number 1. Find the general solution of 2y prime minus 5y prime minus 3y is equal to 0. Meaning to say, the second 2 times the second derivative of y minus 5 times the derivative of y minus 3y is equal to 0. So the first thing we need to do here is to write the auxiliary equation. No? So given ka na siya, okay, ang si y prime ilisdan nato og m to the power of 2. Okay, to prime ang second. To m sub 2 minus Kaning 5y prime, may mo siyang 5m. Si 3y, may mong negative 3. So we can see that it is a quadratic equation wherein we could solve m in any ways. Okay, step 2, as I have said a while ago, that you could solve this equation by either of the following methods. Number 1, by extracting the roots, by factoring, by completing the square, or by quadratic formula. Okay, now, go back to step 1. Since we have already its auxiliary equation, 2m squared minus 5m minus 3 is equal to 0. But pasabot, ato lang gilisdan tong ditong y prime prime given to m squared kay to the power of 2 man to, no? So we'll solve. I can solve this by factoring, no? Kani siyang 2m squared minus 5m minus 3 is equal to 0. Masolve na ako by factoring, but it's up to you kung sa inyong gamiton nga solution. So to solve m, as I have said, I factored that one, the left side. So I've come up with these factors. 2m plus 1 times m minus 3 is equal to 0. So we set each factors to 0, the same as what you do in your algebra, no? In solving quadratic equations, if you've gone with the factors, you can set those factors to 0. So as I have shown you, I've come up with m sub 1 is equal to negative 1 half because simply you have 2m plus 1 is equal to 0. What you're going to do is you transpose positive 1 to the right side so that becomes negative 1. And you simply divide both sides by 2. So you come up with m is equal to, cancel 2, m is equal to negative 1 half. Now, say, the second factor, m minus 3. So you can solve that one. M sub 2 is equal to 3. So we could say that we have two roots. M1, m negative 1 half, and m is equal to 3. So we can say that the general solution of this parehaan ni inani pagkasulat would be y is equal to c sub 1 e to the power of negative 1 half x plus c sub 2 e to the power of 3x. Or you can write this because negative 1 times x, that is negative x over 2. You can write also like this, but it's just the same. Okay, take note again, the first thing you need to do in solving distinct real roots is first write the auxiliary equation. Katong mga y, dito mailisan og mga m. Okay? Then from that equation, solve that one, no? Since it is a quadratic equation, we can solve quadratic equations by any of these 4 methods, no? So, we need to solve for m. So that's why I've come up with 2 values of m, which is our roots. Nga ato lang siyang ipuli diri sa solusyon niya nga m sub 1 ug m sub 2. Ilan na siya ka-simple, class? Then that's it. You just simply substitute those values of m to the solution of the distinct real roots. Y is equal to c sub 1 e. Katong mga values ni m, class, diri na ninyo i-substitute. Nakuha? Okay. Okay. So let's move on to example number 2. Given the third derivative of y with respect to x minus 4 second derivative of y with respect to x plus dy over dx plus 6y is equal to 0. So again, as I have said, you will write its auxiliary equation. So this is the auxiliary equation. Auxiliary equation. Okay, so gipang-ilisdan lang nimo og m. So, as you observe, nanga-ilisdan na siya m, third derivative, so m3, minus 4 copy, second derivative, so m squared, then dy over dx, so m na lang, ang 6y, 6 na lang. Okay, as you observe, m cube siya, class. No? 4 terms, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we cannot solve this by using quadratic equations because this is to the power of 3. Okay, so in this particular example, or in this particular case, we need to use the synthetic division. Okay? Kadumdum pa man guro mo sa inyong synthetic division sa elementary high school. Okay. First, you will write the coefficients of m. Nga 1, negative 4, kanang m kay 1 iyang numerical coefficient. 6 is 6, copy. Again, ang coefficient ni m cube kay 1, mo na siya. Si negative 4, m squared, negative 4 iyang numerical coefficient. Si m, 1 na jud na siya. Si 6, copy. Okay. First is, I let m is equal to negative 1. Meaning to say, the first root nga akong gi-assume is negative 1. So, ako siyang gisulat dito. No? Sulat siya dako dito, negative 1. So, bring down, I solve the synthetic division. Bring down 1. 1 times negative 1. That is negative 1. So, negative 4 minus 1, negative 5. Negative 5 times negative 1, so positive 5. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 times negative 1 is negative 6, so 0. So, kani siya, 1 minus 5, 6, can be written as this. M squared minus 5m plus 6 na lang. Diba, ganun na, m cube man ta. Nakuha naman siya isa, m squared na. So, we can equate that to 0. So, kani, m squared minus 5m plus 6. It's still a quadratic equation. So, I could solve this by factoring. So, dali ra. Ang factor na left side would be m minus 2 times m minus 3 is equal to 0. Solve for m. So, m is equal to 2, m is equal to 3. Now, we have two roots. Nga atong na-solve ani. But, take note, natin pinakauna nga gilet, m is equal to negative 1. So, we could say that we have three roots. m negative 1, m2, and m3. So, our general solution is, kay tulo naman siya, tulo pod ang atong answer diri 3 terms. C sub 1e to the power of negative x, kay negative man na siya, negative 1 times x, negative x. Plus C sub 2e to the power of 2x, kay 2 man atong root din na. Plus C sub 3e to the power of 3x, kay 33. No? Again, kung inaani na kayo makita m to the power of 3, m to the power of 4, ana, use the synthetic division. Okay, it's very clear. You just simply use our solution of distinct real roots. You will take note, madali lang ito kasi you will just find the roots or the m. Okay? Now, we have example number 3. Okay, in number 3, you are given 3d cubed plus 5d squared minus 2d of y is equal to 0. So, pang-ilista na dyan po na nato si d og m. So, morning na itabo. 3d cubed, demong 3m cubed. 5d squared, demong 5m squared. Negative 2d, nahimong negative 2m. Then, masolve din nato. Look at this equation. Unsa ilang common is m. So, you just factor m, no? You remove out m. So, ang nabilin dayon 3m squared plus 5m minus 2 is equal to 0. So, you set m, kani siya, equal to 0. Then, kani din siya solve. Mo na siya. So, na-factor dyan po na ako. M is equal to 1/3 and M is equal to negative 2. So, importante kaayo inyong pag-recall o for pag-go back sa inyong topic sa algebra by factoring or by quadratic equations. Now, so makita na to, dili tulo iyang roots. M is equal to 0, M is equal to 1/3, and M is equal to negative 2. So, we could write simply this one, the general solution. Ato nang ipang substitute ang value ni M. So, C sub 1e to the 0x, C sub 2 to negative 2x, C sub 3 to the 1/3 x. And take note, since e to the power of 0x is equal to 1, kani siya, ma-write lang nato og C sub 1. Nakuha na to. So, our general solution would be C sub 1 plus C sub 2e to the power of negative 2x plus C sub 3e to the power of 3x. And so on. Napa ko yung mga example din eh. By the way, dili na nako ko anon. I want you to have this activity number 1. Okay? Inyo ni siyang ipasa. The deadline would be on Friday, March 20. So, step 1, answer the following in a bond paper, long or A4. No, ayaw ninyo nga, dili na ko masabtan na as much as possible, kung mag-solve at least tulo ka numbers ay yung masolve sa isa ka bond paper or at least duha. take a picture of your answer and send it to me or sa akong GC or sa atong GC. Keep your copy for our PIT. So, kailangan inyo nang i-keep. Ato dyan po nang i-collect for your PIT. Number 4, deadline Friday on March 20. Take note, I'm gonna check your output one by one. So, GC. So, kung makita na ako nga wala pa, hana nga deadline, so wala na dyan siya hana. Okay? So, if any clarifications, just PM me sa atong GC. Okay, this still would be your activity number 1. Ay, siguro, dili siya March 20. Since we shall meet today, it should be on Wednesday. The deadline should be on Wednesday. Thank you. Hope na mo'y nasabtan gamay sa atong gipang discuss. Anyway, I have given all these possible examples para inyong magamit. Okay.